Hello.
Yan.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Ma'am Tessa.
Okay, is everybody's here? So, I think it's about time para mag-start na tayo. But guys, let me introduce myself to all of you. I'm Tessa, your host for tonight. So, our webinar for tonight is about to begin, but while we are I think our coach is not yet ready. So while we are waiting for our coach speaker for tonight, allow me to know who are our audience for tonight, and let's have a short fun question and answer portion. Is that okay? Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, di pa
Yes.
siya ready.
Yes
Okay.
po.
Okay. May I ask you guys, for those who are here, who are the, sino yung mga nag-attend last webinar? What I mean is last Friday. And who are those who are first time mag-attend or skip attending last Friday? Type 1 if you are here last Friday, and type 2 if it is your first time or nag-skip ka ng webinar.
Yun.
Wow, medyo marami. Marami tayo So good. That's nice. So ngayon, alam nyo ba, those who are attended last Friday webinar, alam nyo, napakaswerte nyo that you are here again today, because the webinar na inaatanan nyo is it is not just basta webinar lang. It is a webinar that is most likely na you are enrolled in a premium course, because this webinar is nothing like a step by step. What I mean is all the things given to you, all the knowledge and ideas, because this webinar, it's not about by the book or by the research, but it is about on the experience and knowledge of our coach speaker. Actually, he is not just basta coach. He is a master funnel builder, or what I mean is he is an experienced master web and funnel developer. So, ang swerte nyo na nandito kayo. That's what, yun lang yung masasabi ko. So, in this webinar, if you complete this series of this webinar, you'll find out how important the funnel is. Whether you are a freelancer, an agency owner, or an e-commerce business holder, you know naman na karamihan talaga, it's really hard to create a funnel. Most especially those who want to go establish their own agency. It's really hard to present your funnel if it is not good. What I mean is if it is incomplete, right? So may mga sinusunod kasi tayo. Sometimes when you find maka-encounter kayo ng isang client na talagang grabe, kikilatisin talaga yung panel nyo. So yun nga. So you're so lucky that you are here, guys. So the ideas and knowledge you're gonna learn from tonight is based on the experience and expertise, as I said, of our funnel master funnel coach.
Master funnel.
Is it exciting, right? So, but first, let me thank you guys for finding time to attend this webinar, even on your busy schedule. It's a great pleasure that we see you here tonight, and willing to lend your ears in more than an hour for this webinar. So, but before that, pwede bang humingi ng favor sa inyo, guys? I just want to ask if all of you are already joined in our Facebook community. please type 1 if yes, and if not yet, type 2. So I just want to see if who are those not yet belong or not yet joined in our community.
Nag-join ra po na.
Okay. So, Miss Jane, can you join in our community? I-click na lang po. I think JR can paste here on the inbox yung link ng ating community so you can join and the other links. Yun po. So,
Actually, nasabot na mi ana.
and for those who want to join, for those who are watching, want to join, kung sino man yung mga nakadaan ngayon sa Facebook Live, and want to watch our webinar weekly, every Friday, you can just click the link here in our Facebook community, which is the www.facebook.com/premiumfunnels. So, please stay guys. Marami po kayo matututunan. And
same ra na tanan.
for those our visitors here, please may I pwedeng humingi ng favor again, because we need to keep in touch with you and we want you to learn more. So can you please put your email address in our chat box if it is okay lang po sa inyo. Yun po. So, if you have time, guys, please, can you put your email address in our chat box? Okay, guys? Thank you. So, guys, eto na nga yung sinasabi ko. Let's have a fun. Okay? For those who will win to this game, will receive a 150. So, we are going to give you, actually, dapat tatlong winner kaso, because our questions is iisa lang, so, the winner should receive 150. Guys, maliit pa lang kasi hindi pa tayo gaano so, pag medyo lumago-lago na tayo, so, tataasan na natin soon. Okay po ba yon? So, guys, this game is like something na if you can create or you can write a summary of our webinar last Friday. Just this is just to know if you have learned something or talagang nakinig kayo last Friday. Please make a short summary or a brief summary of the webinar last Friday and then send it to JR. JR will paste on the chat box his email address so you can send it to him. And then, pakisama na rin yung inyong GCash number if ever pag nanalo kayo, or else we will announce the winner in our Facebook community. Okay? Is that okay, guys? So, create lang po tayo ng short summary nung ating last webinar and then paki-send po kay JR sa kanyang email address which is now here in chat box. And then the winner, yung winner po, ipopost po namin yung winner sa Facebook community.
Yeah.
Okay lang po ba?
Nice plan.
So, yan. So, guys, hindi na natin patatagalin kasi baka ready na yung ating coach. So, by the way, let me announce some of the sponsors of tonight's webinar. Tamarind Boost Pro, Accu White Label Services, The Bisaya Coder, Sante Barley, DXN, Circuit Safe, MJ Lux Nails, Max Uvidom, Pure Harvest, Picks and Mix, online shop. So guys, ito yung mga nag-sponsor sa ating webinar for tonight. So guys, you can also check them if you want. So yun po, makakatulong po ito. So now, here we go guys. Here we go. This is it. Our webinar is about define your final
Wala ko yung drum roll.
objective. For the new attendees, and the skippers and the last attendees for the last webinar, let me introduce to you our coach speaker, the master of web and funnel developer, Coach Ron Mack. So
Yan.
before
Round of
before we take over the microphone for our coach, but let me give you a little housekeeping before we get started, okay, guys? If you have any questions during the presentation, please type them in the chat box and we'll
yan.
bring them up during the presentation if necessary, or we will also have time for questions at the end. To keep the quality sound of the speaker during the meeting, please mute yourself when you are not sharing.
Yala.
Now, without further ado, may I now request to turn the time over to our coach speaker. Over to you, Coach Ren.
Yun.
Alright, so yeah, thanks Tess. Ayun, grabe lakas ng intro. Kasama ba ako doon, Tess? 150?
Except ka doon, Coach.
Ay, sayang, pang Starbucks na yun. Alright, sige, let's begin our webinar. No? So, the topic natin ngayon is more onto the defining your funnel objective. Last time we had the funnel types. So now it's more in-depth pa talaga, like we're really detailing everything, no, as much as possible para there's no excuse from yourself na you don't know that term or that strategy, kasi as much as possible we want to be like very detailed, no, para you can know the processes that we're doing here inside as well. And pardon me with my voice kasi yeah, I'm having cold right now. Kaya you can like feel na I'm muffled. Yung voice ko is kind of muffled. But yeah, let's start. Just open my presentation. Ayun. Alam na nila Canva yung ginagamit ko. Patay. Alright. Let's do this, guys. Ito siya. Ayun, there's a lag. Right, so this is episode 4 ng the Premium Funnels series, wherein we are talking about funnels. We are focused talaga with funnels. And as much as possible, we want to cover all about funnels. And tonight, ito siya, like define your funnel objective. So how is it like important ba talaga to know the funnel objective, especially for your clients? If you're having a client na ano ba talaga yung gusto ng client? Is it lead generation? Is it brand awareness? Is it customer retention? So you must know, no, as early as you close your client, ano ba talaga yung goal? Baka yung gusto lang niya is a very simple brand awareness, and then you are making this very technical na. So that is like very off, and you keep complaining about the amount, no, like lang mura lang. Dapat yung funnel building, it's like 6 figures, something like that. But ang gusto lang naman talaga niya is brand awareness. No? So this is something now we can discuss now, like what are the exact or very specific objectives you can like be aligned with your client as well. All right. So before we begin, I want you to feel free to ask questions as mentioned by Tessa, and you can like interrupt me, and you can like share your experience as well. Kasi there are things na I didn't able to like tried or tested, no? So this is something like a collaboration between you guys, no? And yeah, let's start na. This is our objective for tonight. First, we're going to define how crucial it is to have an objective. Diba? Diba when you play like, I think any games like basketball, volleyball, you have specific goal, right? For basketball, you need to shoot the ball. Kasi if you don't have objective, it will be like very boring naman, like to run lang from back and forth and then there's no goal. Right? And even for football, like soccer, rugby, or any games, my goal talaga or my objective. So that is how important goal setting. Now, when you try to close your client as well, you need to have a goal. Hindi pwede yung bayad ka muna after your payment, then yeah, let's discuss something like that. The client will feel na, baka pinipirahan na ako ito nila. Ito na client is baka ano to siya, like, ito na freelancer, baka scammer or something like that. Kasi, I don't know what's the goal ng ng funnel ko. Diba? So, we're going to talk about that, like how crucial it is or how critical if you don't have that strat, no? And next is the type of funnel objectives. So there are a lot of funnel objectives as well. And the third is like measuring success. So later in the middle of discussion, we'll be having like mathematics, no? We'll be solving formulas. Kasi you need to know what do you mean by conversion rate? What do you mean by customer acquisition? What do you mean by lifetime value or LTV? So those terms, we're going to unlock that and we're going to try to like solve some numbers later, no? And after that, we're going to take a look at some tools na ginagamit, like how can you like measure, diba? For example, how can you measure the lot area or the perimeter of a certain perimeter of the court, something like that, diba? You need to have some measurement. How can you say that you're having 5 times more increase in sales than the previous year or over the last year, diba? If you don't have like measurement, or if you don't have like tools to measure, that is questionable. Like, how can you measure that one? How can you say, diba? Okay, so we're going to take a look at tools later, no? And after that, the last part will be like question and answer. Okay? All right. So let's start with defining funnel objective is very critical. Now, come to take a look at like if you don't have clear and focused na objective, no? Or clear visuals or clear strategy after the client says yes, diba? So you need to be clear. If the client wants to have lead generation, then focus on lead generation. What are the things na maganda for lead generation? No? What are you going to give in exchange as a lead magnet to give it to the audience para i-change nila yung name and email nila? So those are like strategies. You need to be clear and focused. Next is you need to have the measurement, as I mentioned kanina. You need to have a tool. You need to have like ayun. So you need to have a tool or a way for you to measure the success so far with the funnel. Para you can test the efficiency or effectiveness of the funnel, diba? Next is the resource allocation. Like with your defined objective, for example, whether it's lead generation or brand awareness. For example, the client wants to have a brand awareness. Like, are you going to subscribe to a tool or to a certain like subscription? Do you need to subscribe to some platforms para you can implement it, or you can do it for free, something like that. Para it will be like effective as well, no? So you need to know what are the apps, tools you're going to use para you can allocate the budgets. And of course, you need to know how to like optimize your and continuously improve. For example, it fails in the middle of the brand awareness, no? So you need to find a way that baka need nyo lang ng detailed targeting, or maybe like you need to have a scheduler sa mga post nyo, diba? So there is like optimization talaga. And alignment with business goals. So these are like to ensure lang that you are aligned with the client. Baka along the way, you're exerting a lot of effort, but para sa kanya, it's not effective kasi there's no result. So you need to align muna with your client as well. And some real examples here or for example, a business is aiming to increase its email subscribers by 20% in the next quarter. So you can like focus on to there. If yung client is wala pa siyang goal, you can set it, no? So sir, ano ba talaga yung gusto mo? It's impossible you book an appointment with us with no goal, with no reason, diba? So you should have a goal in mind. Like ano ba talaga yung pinaka-priority as of the moment? If they don't know, actually most of the client they think that they know the solution, but actually it's not. They didn't know pa. So it's your job as the funnel builder or a closer or a marketing strategist to evaluate ano ba talaga yung need niya muna, no, before he can or she can scale up. Okay? So for example, based on our setup ngayon, like yung gusto ng business or client is to increase yung email subscriber niya by 20%. So ano yung gagawin natin? So meaning, yung next goal pala niya is to focus on lead generation and having these nurturing strategies and email sequences. So that's the time you can like earn, or you can like find people who's good at email or good at creating copies or email copywriting. Kasi it is focused onto the email subscriber. Baka yung ginagawa niya is pumunta siya ng Gmail and then inbox niya lahat. It's like cold DM or cold outreach. So it will be like very stressful then sa part niya. Baka you know someone who's using Actio or another email platform and a good copywriter para ma-help nyo lang yung client. So yun yung sample ng ano natin, like how effective and crucial it is to have this clarity or objective before you proceed to the next step or journey. So far, do you have any questions? Wala lang, goods lang. All right. Kasi the next topic will be focused on the types of the funnel objectives. Okay? Or maybe I can ask someone if is there anyone here who's closing clients na? Who's talking to client? Like it can be like local or international with their brand. Do you have someone here in the group? Can you type 1 if you're that person? Na you're the one talking to the client. You're the one strategizing, like okay sir, this is the first step na dapat mong gawin. And type 2 if you don't have any experience onto that, like you have someone to do that for you. You're just the visionary or you're just a freelancer now who's doing specific tasks based on the after the client requirements. All right, so we have 1 and we have 2. Yeah, that's fine as well na. So if you are 1, if you type 1, so dapat you should know these things, and it will be like advantage for those people who's doing freelancing lang, kasi importante pala to have a goal, no? Or ano ba talaga yung objective ng client. So you need to unlock that first. All right, so let's proceed with the types of funnel objective. Actually, there's a lot of types of the funnel objectives, but this is the top 4 or the most common. Now, just imagine you're having an agency or brand, and people will going to, or your client will going to reach out to you, and then you need to categorize them. Like, ano ba talaga yung gusto mo, sir? Lead generation, brand awareness, customer engagement, customer retention. Okay? So I think you keep hearing na, if you attended from episode 1 up to now, you keep hearing lead generation, brand awareness, customer engagement. So we're going to take a look at some of these items now. So lead generation, basically yung objective lang talaga niya is to attract and capture new leads. Now, for example, there will be like an event coming. So gusto niya ng lead gen or lead generation campaign, or gusto niya ng maraming clients, then you need to know how to do lead generation. Okay? So that's lead gen. And the example here are like collecting emails, email addresses through a lead magnet. So we keep on discussing na rin about lead magnets, di ba? Okay, Riza, do you have any questions?
Sorry, coach. Di ko pala naibaba kanina. Sorry.
Okay. Sige.
Not so far. Sorry.
All right, so that's great. So again, lead generation, your focus talaga here is to collect emails, no? In exchange for your lead magnets. Sample of the lead magnet are ebooks or free trial. Or like there's a lot of lead magnets, no? And the key metrics here, so if you're the strategist or you're the builder or you're the marketer, you need to know these key metrics. You need to know the sales conversion rate, the average order value, and the total revenue generated. Okay? We're going to be very detailed onto these key metrics later. Yeah, we have a separate like the formula nila and stuff. Okay? Next is brand awareness. Ito siya. Yung objective is to like increase visibility and awareness of your brand. So if you see that the business is like starting pa lang, and you can like recommend, yes sir, we're going to like create brand awareness muna campaign with a funnel where we're going to run ads on it para your business can be visible to your target market. So these are the examples, like creating engaging content that gets shared on social media and attract organic traffic. So you have two things. If the client has a budget na, so pwede na siya mag-run ng ads immediately. But if the client is starting pa rin, waiting for the first client to fund his business or her business, you can start social media posting. Like posting mo na about the brand, about the objective, yung ano ba talaga yung offer niya, something like that. And what are the metrics or the KPI for you to easily close, no? Like you need to know the website traffic, the social media engagement, and the brand mention if possible, no? So you can tell your client like, sir, for this brand awareness na funnel, will be making sure that the website traffic are great enough. Oh, diba? So if you're having these terms like website traffic, like you can ask as well na, so can I know your website traffic for the past 3 months? So if the client didn't answer, I don't know how many or what is the number for my website traffic, then you can suggest that, sir, yeah, it's very effective if you have these numbers kasi it will be like very easily to scale and we can know if our posting are good enough na or not yet. So yeah, it will be very advantage for you, for those people who are here. Now you can know these things, no? And customer engagement, these are like, if the client is having business na and gusto lang niya talaga to build more relationship, baka this time the client already purchased one of your item, no? If you're selling e-commerce, maybe naka-purchase na siya ng isang product sa business mo. Or if you're running a service, naka-avail na siya ng one service mo. So the goal lang talaga here is like engage and nurture relationships with existing customer. So may existing customer na siya. So example for this are like sending regular updates, newsletter, and personalized offer to keep customer interested. So actually yung pinakamahirap talaga, no, to the business, it's not the acquiring the leads, like converting them to it's how you retain or you keep your communication within the businesses. And I think you've experienced this as well. Kasi I know naman that you're helping to different coaches, to different courses, diba? If the communication is wala na, like for example, magaling lang sila kasi after I buy their offer, after I avail their courses, their products, wala nang follow-up, wala nang So that is the reason why you are disconnected to them ngayon. Yeah. Kasi there's no customer engagement na. Oo. Like, uh, para ka lang nag-donate or you're just uh, naging part ka lang ng system but actually you're not involved talaga as a purchaser or as a buyer. Okay, so that is like very crucial as well. So some strategies, no, like you can have a copywriter who can like create email nurture sequence para they can see your then presence. Okay. Nagme-message pa rin pala si Riza sa akin kahit like this is like 1 year ago. May offer din siya, nag-inform din siya na eto na pala sila ngayon. Ito na yung mga connected clients nila. Diba? That is like customer engagement. And if you are going to attack this strategy to your client, it will be great if you know how to what is the email open rates, the click-through rate, and then the repeat purchases. So those are the key metrics that you need to know, at least, no? And yeah, these are like kind of similar, but customer retention, it's very like they are very loyal na onto your business. So they retain existing customers and reduce churn. Or how do you pronounce this? Churn or churn? Or churn, yeah. Anyone familiar with churn? Wala. You maka-answer my joke lang. Ayun. Any idea with churn? Yeah, let's continue lang. Some examples here are implementing loyalty program, offering exclusive deals. Like since you are very loyal to me, okay, I'll be giving you my first course. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'll be giving you my first like the exclusive access to my course, something like that. Dapat they can feel that they are VIP. Kasi this is more onto customer retention na. And the key metrics here is to have customer retention rate. Like how can you like calculate the customer retention rate and then the churn rate. Ala, patay, ano tong churn? And customer lifetime value. So have you researched na about churn? Alright, churn is it's the number of people who are now disconnected. And there are two types of churn, like voluntary and involuntary, if I'm not mistaken, no? Like, nag-voluntary, lang sila, like, disconnected with you, baka they found another solution. Or involuntary, like, maybe the system failed, something like that, na it doesn't allow the customer to, like, connect or to be retained. No? And it's part then sa business that you need to know yung churn rate. Like, how many people are disconnected from the offer from the month of April to the month of May? May churn rate ba tayo? Like, disconnected number of people? Like, if for example, you are having 100 na nag-purchase, and then, just imagine this is a subscription fee, no? And then, for the month of April, 100 sila, and then for the month of May, it's only 95. So, ilan yung churn rate? Wala. So, we're doing mathematics na pala. So, you have 5% na churn rate. Meaning, 5% out of the previous month yung nag-disconnect. Ayun. So, yeah. It is best if you can like take down notes as well. Kasi this can be like very helpful talaga on you. Alright, so we have churn rate. Refers to the rate at which customers stop doing business. Oh yeah. How sad. But yeah, it's the sad reality talaga. There are people talaga na mag-disconnect or maybe baka magaling ka lang sa una or alam nyo yun, like something ganon. There are a lot of reasons why they are disconnected na on your business, but you need to know that one as a business owner. No? Baka sabi mo it's full refund, But when they asked for a refund, wala na. Iniwanan mo na sila. Something like that. Okay? So, questions with the types of objective ng funnel. Wala lang. So that means you're ano talaga? You're brilliant. So meaning all of the people here know lead gen, brand awareness, customer engagement, and retention. All right, sige. Let's proceed with the with the next. All right, so this is measuring success. Wala po ako idea. Okay. Yeah, sige. At least you've heard these things na and you can do your own research. Or maybe you can like review this recording or our live para ano siya, 'di ba? You can take it little by little. Alright, so for measuring success, like how can you measure if you are like doing great or going down? No? So yeah, we need to know some terms talaga. Actually before when I started talaga, I am a freelancer by heart talaga. Like I'm in this industry for 5 years, but I'm doing these things, but I'm not doing marketing pa that time. No. So I don't know this. But since we are in this na, so these are like the terms that we should know as a marketing. So if you're a freelancer, this will be like very advantage for you kasi this can be like leveling you up from a freelancer to agency owner or even business owner if you want to kick your ass on this, no? Right, so how do you measure your success ba talaga? First, you need to know the conversion rate. No? How do you calculate conversion rate? That's one. What do you mean by customer acquisition cost? How do you calculate that one as well? The lifetime value of a customer, the return on investment or ROI. You keep hearing this from television, from any news, from Netflix. ROI, right? Like return of investment. But how can you calculate your return of investment? How can you like solve this? No? Like the engagement metrics. Are your engagement metrics higher compared to your last month? Something like that. Engagement metrics. Funnel drop-off points. Like where specific or what stages in specific on your pipeline do people nagda-drop sila? For example, you're having offer na 5,000 pesos and then eventually you're having an ultimate pack na 10,000 pesos. And then hindi sila nag-proceed to that 10K. And you can track the funnel drop-off points. Meaning, they cannot proceed to that kasi it's way too expensive. Kasi may 2 times na more expensive. Times 2 yung pagka-expensive niya. Something like that. So those are the things you need to know. The tools for measuring, we have tools around there. Like, we'll be discussing this one in detail. And how can you like continuously improve it? Okay? Alright. Right, so this is the introduction to metrics. So I expect you like, you can grab some coffee or water kasi this is talaga mathematical solution. So if you are having paper and notes, you can take a note, can screenshot or review the live recording, no? And you can like eventually calculate if you know the numbers. For example, my earnings last month was 50,000 and yung investment ko was 200K. So how long pa ako makapag-survive? Or how long can I like mabawi mo yung investment mo? Something like that. So this is all about numbers or KPIs, no? So first, let's go with conversion rate. Hindi ko na lang i-add yung yung acronym kasi medyo off kasi CR siya. But yeah, this is conversion rate. So the percentage of visitors who complete the desired action. So eto na, we have the formula na here. So number of conversions divided by number of visitors times 100. So if you know your number of conversions, for example, you're having a visitor, let's do math. This is marketing 101 or like Yeah, this is important even if you're a freelancer, no? Or just starting as a freelancer. So for example, you're having a number of conversions. Let's just say you're having an academy, and then you're selling your course for around 5,000 pesos, and 50 yung nag-avail sa'yo this month, and then yung number of visitors mo was like around, kasi nagpa-webinar ka, you run ads, let's just say 500, and then that will be like times 100. So we have 10% conversion rate. Gets lang? So meaning out of 500 na nakita mo as your number of visitors, 50 lang yung nag-avail. So meaning that's only 50 divided by 500 times 100. So 10% yung conversion rate mo. So what are the things you need to do to increase that number of baka nahiya ka during the webinar, you have a lot of chance to showcase it to a lot of people na who's very interested, but maybe in the middle of the journey mo na-choke ka, or like hindi pala maganda yung offer mo. That's why 50 lang yung very interested. So that is your conversion rate, 10%. And eventually, if you're very good at like you really know the product you're trying to serve or showcase, if yung conversion rate mo will be like will be higher. I think the very safe conversion rate is 60. If you're doing onto that level na, yeah, you can like offer any courses, any products, no? And this is really matters talaga para you can know how effective. Kasi if hindi siya effective, you can go with another strategies na. You can consult Sir Jun Ray. Or yung mga strategies natin who's good at like evaluating conversions. Right? So next is customer acquisition cost, or CAC. So this is the cost of acquiring a new customer. So meaning acquisition, it is getting, diba? Like acquiring a new lead or customer. So the formula for this one is yung total marketing spend mo. For example, you've spent 5,000 pesos for that month. You've run some ads na for last month, and then you just divide it to the new customers. So let's do that. So for example, I've spent 5,000 pesos to showcase my academy, something like that, 5,000 pesos, and you just need to divide it by the number of the new customers. After ba ng pag-run mo ng ads, you've acquired a new leads. So for example, we have like 10. So you have like 500 na yung CAC mo, customer acquisition cost. So it really matters as well in understanding the efficiency of your marketing efforts. Yeah. So that is CAC. Next is lifetime value. Yeah. For those advanced marketers, ito na yung ginagamit nila sa pag-close. Ayun. Ako din personally, I'm closing client with depende if they're just having like monthly earnings, no? So I'm not using this strategy talaga. But if I see na they are focused onto the revenue of the company, they are open to their, like if how much they're getting per month, something like that. So this is very effective. This is high ticket closing, or like kasi once they understand the lifetime value of the customer, they will be appreciating that, no? So this is the total revenue expected from a customer over their lifetime. So ito yung formula niya, like average purchase value times number of purchases per year times customer lifespan. Do you want to see an example? All right. So for example, whom here my product or services, para we can take LTV? Anyone? Ayun. So, mga shy type pala itong nasa ano natin. Alright, so anyone? That only means walang business owner here? Walang ano? Or anything like you're selling a product or services? Alright, so let's just take an example. For example, you're a shoe vendor sa market, no? Or you're selling in Divisoria or wherever, no? So, yung total cost ng shoes mo is around, magkano ba yung mga shoes? And like, let's just say 750 pesos, no? And then, 750 pesos times, ilan yung usually bumibili per day? So, di ba, if Divisoria, ang daming bumibili, right? So, let's just say, the average. So, let's just say, this is the worst case scenario, tatlo lang yung bumibili sa'yo per day. Then we should times this to, this is every day ha. Let's times this one to 30 days. Kasi this is your monthly earning. Sa isang tao lang to. I mean sa tatlong tao. No? Who's buying every day worth 750 pesos. And let's get the yearly. Kasi LTV is yearly. So times 12. So approximately 810,000 pesos yung yearly income niya for 750 pesos per 3 days, per 3 person. No? So that is like the LTV. So you can now tell the customer, tell the that your client, o diba social na, kahit nasa Divisoria, that can be your client. You can tell that client na, bro or sis, what if I help you make your 800k revenue per year, will make it times 5. So, let's just try to times 5 this. Nawala siya. Kano yun? 810? Let's just say 800k times 5. So, from 800k, I'll help you make it 4 million sa next year. So how can you like do that? No? So meaning you just times 5 yung so instead of 3 yung bibili per day, you just help him market na may additional 5 na bibili. No. Since that is time, so dapat 15 na yung bibili sa Divisoria niya. So if you can help him or her make it like 15 per day yung bibili, so you can help him and then you can say to that so how much pala yung service mo. And again, this is a high ticket na strategy. So you can say na it will be like 300,000 pesos. So what will be like the reaction of the shoe vendor na who's just selling 750 pesos shoe per day? So sabi niya, hala, laki naman, 300,000. But yeah, I understand kasi you help me make my 800k to 4 million, di ba? So that 4 million minus 800k, so may mga 3 million pa. So 300k lang yung sa akin, and then you keep the rest of the earnings. Alright, so we have questions from Sir Junri. Go ahead, sir.
Mac, paano mini-measure itong customer lifespan?
Lifespan is the like for example, how long bumibili sa'yo yung customer?
So
for example
per
sa
week
gym,
yung counting niya, parang ganun.
oo. Hindi naman siya exact, parang dinefault nila sa per year yung calculation para they can feel na it's a long term, diba? Malaki talaga a fairly na computation, unlike with monthly lang. So this is one strategy as well. But it differs, Sir Junri, kasi for example for the gym business, diba? they are availing quarterly. Quarterly, and yung iba din is yearly. Yung pag-subscribe nila sa gym with free with free weight, with free protein shake, something like that. So that's times customer lifespan. Like how long they are going to get your service. For example, sa shoes, like ilang beses ba sila bibili ng shoes sa isang taon? For example, like 3. So you need to times 3 pa. That's how are you going to substitute that to the customer lifespan. Like before they give you another amount, how long it will take pa before matapos yung product or before masira yung product. And making sure na doon pa rin sila bibili sa'yo. So that is like how you calculate. And once the client understand this process, it will be very easy na lang for you to ask a charge. So these are like the technique of the high ticket closer na sinasabi nila, I'm like a 6-figure na closer. 'Di ba? Kasi the businesses na they are talking is based on LTV. Hindi siya like fixed rate. Okay, yung fixed rate ko is 30,000. I am an FB ads expert. 30,000 yung rate ko. And then client ko si Samsung or si Apple, 'di ba? Sayang naman. 30K mo na rate. If you know how to apply this to the business, like, sir, how many products are being sold every day? Like, and how many people are getting this product? So you can like calculate that, and from those people, may mga nagre-refer ba sila sa inyo? Like, may kasama ba sila to buy the same product as well? So you need to times pa on that. And then how long they were going to buy within the year ulit. So if they say na normally after 2 years pa. So yeah, something like that. So yeah, that is like LTV. You can like pa talaga explore this LTV after this webinar. If you are really serious to talk about this or so you can like consult to us naman. Alright, so let's continue. And this is very important kasi it provides insight into ang long-term value of the customer. And it helps in budgeting marketing spend. Diba? Kasi most of the freelancers right now, they just, okay, this is the task, this is the project, then after that, it's done. Diba? Wala na. Unlike this one, you are really valuable talaga. But this is risky na setup din kasi baka there are businesses kasi na they are not open to their to their actual revenue. For example, how much are you earning, sir? I don't need to talk. I don't need to disclose this information with you kasi you're not part sa board member. Something like that. You need to be cautious then when using this strategy as well. Right, so return on investment, this is very simple, like ROI, the profitability of your investment. Like net profit divided by your total investment. For example, you've earned 50,000 pesos and your total investment is 200,000 pesos. Then times 100. So you can calculate that within 4 months, you'll get your investment back. No? And yeah, this is really matters then because it indicates the overall efficiency of your funnel. Engagement metrics, these are like the page view, time on site, the bounce rate as well. Dapat you need to know how many people are viewing my page, diba? How many percentage, for example, I have 5,000 audience sa target market ko. How many of those viewed my page? So for example, it reaches 500. So you do the math, no? So that's 10% ng So it really matters as well to provide insight to the user behavior engagement level. Drop-off points, as mentioned kanina, dapat you need to know which specific pipeline or stage they are not interested na. Like bakit hindi sila nagpo-proceed sa next step. So you need to know that. You need to have a tracker. You need to have a system in place to do this. Tools for measurement will be detailed after this slide. So some of the tools to be measured get Google Analytics, CRM, marketing automation tools like Accio or GHL or HubSpot. Yeah, those tools. Essential for accurate tracking. You cannot say na, I'm like having 500 customers right now and yung conversion rate ko is like 30%. What is your basis on that? Like, do you have data? Diba? Yun talaga yung question nila. How can you track those data without having a CRM? So those things. And continuous improvement. Like this is, if you feel na you failed some part, yeah, you can like improve. Baka hindi sila nakiklik kasi pangit ng graphics mo, something like that. Baka maganda naman yung graphics mo, but then pag land nila sa funnel, it's very loading. So meaning if the number of engagement is higher compared the landing page visitor, meaning there is a problem with your funnel, you need to fix that. So those are like the things you need to know. Okay, so tools, this is like giving you insight lang, no? For you to be effective talaga into this journey if you are very like passionate on this and wanted to start this talaga. So in our end, what are we using? Are we using Notion, right, or Trello?
Yeah, we're using Notion and Trello.
All right. So yeah, this is project management tool. Ito yung ginagamit to manage projects. No, for example, you're an agency owner na, or even kahit ikaw lang mag-isa sa freelancer, and para you can like communicate with your client, you need to have this project management tool para you can know like what's in progress, what's to do for review na ng client, and what's done or completed. Okay, so we have Trello, we have Notion AI, Jira. You can research this one on your end. No, these are like the top 3 na what we've gathered. And analytics and tracking tools. So we have first on the list, Google Analytics talaga. This is an open source. You can try it out. We cannot discuss this one in detail, but maybe sooner or later we'll be dipping onto this Google Analytics and some of the tools here. Like Hotjar, this is one of the famous analytics tracker and Mixpanel na tool. For CRM tool, actually personally I have used Salesforce and HubSpot, but very intro lang kasi there are a lot of pricing, no? The cheapest here is Accio or GHL, and it's all combined in one. No, so you can like take a look at Accio naman during the
Ads yan,
after this.
Ads yan.
All right. And this is one. This is what we are using pala for those people who are new here sa webinar. So next is the marketing automation tool. So of course you need to automate your funnels, right? So you can use Mailchimp, ActiveCampaign, but we're using Accio in our end. So this is like all-in-one solution na talaga for marketing automation and for email marketing or nurture. And for funnel building, if someone here knows WordPress, Elementor, like Beaver Builder, Divi, and all of those page builder, you can use that. Others uses Wix as well. So those are the site builder or the optimization tools. But personally, we're using Accio as well for our
Parang
site
ads,
building process.
Parang ads.
And we're using ClickFunnels and LeadPage. No, we're not using ClickFunnels. This is the very famous before without GHL or Accio. But we shifted talaga to Accio kasi it's way more powerful talaga. And again, you can do your research as well here. And LeadPages is one of the leading then in terms of the funnel building. Right, so for KPI tracker and reporting, yeah, we're still Accio. Kasi it's good to have the reporting system there and then the KPI tracking as well. Like we can know like how much is our conversion rate, how much is our ROI, the overall numbers that we've mentioned kanina is in here with Akio na. And for DataBox, yeah, this is ano din, used for KPI, Google Data Studio as well. These are some complex now with Google's Data Studio, but it has a lot of ano din like tools and features, but yeah, we're using Akio in our end. Right, for collaboration or communication, we're using Telegram, but we're taking a look at WebEx, the ano niya, baka we'll be migrating onto that. But yeah, currently we're using Telegram to communicate for our team members and also with our clients, no? And yeah, you can use Slack and Microsoft Teams as well. Alright, so these are the tools na ginagamit namin so far. So mostly it's Akio talaga kasi it's all-in-one platform na siya. And yeah, I think it's time for us to have questions and answers. Yeah, that's it. That's the overall presentation that I can defocus on tonight's session. So if you have any question, yeah, feel free to ask me before we finally end our webinar. I hope, guys, you've learned something, no, with our discussion. Right, Tess, can you like that turn over na Tess? I'm done with my end. So you can read it as well, Tess, if they have questions.
Okay. Guys, do you have any questions, guys? Is there
Nasa
anything
chat.
else you wanted to ask to Coach Ran kung gusto niyo pong malinawan?
Nasa Zoom chat, Ma'am Tess.
Okay. Okay, there is one question, Coach. How important is understanding your target audience when defining funnel objectives, and what are the best ways to gather this information?
So, answer mo siya, Tess. Yeah, maybe your idea muna, Tess, and I'll be supporting that. So I know you know the answer.
How important is understanding your target audience when defining funnel objectives, and what are the best ways to gather this information? You know, for me, in my own understanding on this, and based on my idea, it is important to know or to get who is your target audience. Kasi kung ikaw gagawa ka ng funnel and then babagsak itong funnel na to dun sa mga taong hindi naman interested, how you can sell your products or how you can encourage them to join with you. Kasi this is not this funnel is you will create the funnel based on the needs and wants of your target audience. Yun po. And to your prospect. Yeah.
Okay, so thanks, Tess. Yeah, to add lang, it's very important as well kasi you need to optimize your ad budget. Kasi if you're going to target for all of the people here in the Philippines, to the Republic of the Philippines, no? So you'll be spending a lot of money talaga to broadcast your post. Kasi Facebook will going to, for example, Facebook, we're going to optimize talaga based onto the number of people you're trying to market. No? So yeah, it's very important as well. And the good way to start is to have market research talaga. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Coach, for that answer. So, clear po ba, Sir Junray?
Yes po.
Ah.
Clear po.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Another question, Coach, is how can we set funnel objectives that align with our social media campaigns to ensure we are driving traffic from social platforms to our website and converting those visitors?
Alright, sino yung SMM natin? Ayun. Baka Sir Junray can help answer this.
Yan. Can you answer it, Surgeon Ray, or the other SMM?
Ako yung nag-question.
Ayun, parang nag-lag si Sir Jun Ray. And yeah, to help answer that is, andun na.
Parang nagka-problem yung mic niya, Coach.
Di siya marinig.
We can't hear you, Sir Jun Ray, if you're talking.
Ibigay ko muna kay JR.
Ayun. Okay. Go ahead, R.
Guys, ako yung nag-ask.
Actually, JR asking this question.
Okay. Yeah, to answer that, it's we're going to align pa rin with the market research. So you need to have content calendar talaga for you to help draft your based on your target audience then. At least if that is like scheduled na, you can like pre-modify it before it totally published.
Mag-add na lang po.
So, I think social media calendar will going to help this talaga a lot.
Right, sige. To add na lang, no? So, I'm the one asking the question kaya sana. So, yeah. I just wanna, get some, insights with this question kasi we are in the SMM din ni Surgeon Ray. Currently kasi yung ginagawa namin para ma-align talaga yung funnel objectives with the social media is first thing is gumagawa kami ng market research. So it depends kung ano yung niche ng business or ni client. And then yung next step niyan is to create a content calendar na dapat naka-focus yung mga content na gagawin doon mismo sa market research. And yeah, after that is yung pag-schedule ng post and monitor talaga sa insights ng yung social media platform na gagamitin. And then you can do like every month, you can do naman like assessment kung maganda ba yung result na ginagawa ng mga content na pinopost nyo. So yun lang for us. So baka may additional kayo guys para mas ma-improve namin yung SMM. Yun.
How
Thanks,
about
Mac.
Miss Teresa? I know Miss Teresa have a knowledge about SMM.
Tawag-tawag na this.
Hello po. Sir JR,
Yes.
that's also what I do. Market research first, then create an engaging content based on our market research, then schedule a post, then yun. Yung sa improvement na kung anong resulta doon sa doon sa metrics, if need improvement, ayun, i-adjust po yung ating content para ma-improve pa siya. Yan lang po.
Okay. Thank you for that answer. So, next question, second to the last question po. How can businesses stay agile and responsive to changes in the market while maintaining maintaining clear funnel objectives?
Alright, so for this, you need to have talaga, like a way for you to track all of these metrics, all of these numbers. And to do this, you need to have a system talaga in place. You cannot just log it into your logbook or to your notebook, no? Kasi these are happening online. So you need to track talaga. And you need to have a system in place. So there are a lot of systems naman. So you can like slowly go with other tools na who's offering a lot like yung mga features na gusto nyo. But yeah, we personally use GHL or Accio onto that. At least na siya, like na-study na namin siya. We analyze it already. And then proven na siya with a lot of business owners as well.
Okay. Next question po. How should small businesses with limited resources approach defining and achieving their funnel objectives?
Grabe si Sheila. Oy.
I would like to answer for this.
Sheila, ginatanong.
Baka may idea po kayo. I think we need to ask also our other audience. Sir Rene Andes, do you have an idea on this po? Hello po, pwede po kayong mag-unmute.
Maybe I will do a market research first, then I will do the success rate. Then what's the question? How should a small business
With limited
with limited
resources,
resources approach defining, achieving their funnel
funnel
objectives? So because of the market research, I will reveal the success rate of my client. Then because of that, I will
Wala
know
ko balupod.
the KPI and then the flow of their business.
Okay. Thank you po. Thank you po.
Yeah,
Next is,
to add on that,
Welcome.
it's very important, as Rene told us, with the market research. But you should know what are you going to start with. Are you going to start with brand awareness? Or if you're having already the brand awareness, then you can start doing lead generation. Like if your house is already ready, then you need to invite people na. So that's how important market research as well. So for example, for the brand awareness as well, like what are the materials, what are the branding you should do first for you to be prepared onto your brand awareness campaign. And yes, sir, Rene, where are you from right now? Where are you based?
Quezon City.
Quezon City. That's good. All right. So, or anyone would like to add something?
there is a last question, Coach.
Okay, go.
Okay. What tools or platforms would you suggest using to set and keep track
Hala, grabe
of
si
your
Sheila
sales
kayo
funnel
na.
goals? Can we ask again some of our audience, Coach? May I ask
Yeah,
Miss
sure.
Jane?
Sheesh.
Do you have any idea on this question po, Miss Jane?
Ay lang.
Okay, wala yata. Hindi yata siya makapag. How about Miss Mary Rose po? Marie Rose?
Marirose.
Pwede po kayo mag-unmute.
Magpa-engage mo siya.
Okay, si Miss Jane.
Hello
Okay.
po.
Sige.
Hello,
Mary,
naririnig po ako.
Yes.
yes po. Yes po.
Hindi ko po pa alam. Pass muna, hindi ko pa alam.
Okay. How about Miss Jane?
Actually po, wala talaga akong idea sa funnel. Although, nag-try din po ako mag-SMM. Talagang kaya po pumasok ako para po magkaroon talaga ako ng idea.
Wow, ganon.
So, pero
Woohoo!
based po dun sa
Meron
question
na dumadami na.
platforms na para mag-track. Kasi kami po, ng client ko, ang ginamit po namin ngayon is Trello. Para dun po lahat yung mga namin, yung mga goals, nandun lahat sa Trello po namin pinapasok para isang lugar lang po, hindi na kalat-kalat na tulad ng sa Messenger or kaya sa iba pang platform. Kaya sa Trello lang po, meron po kami dong mga na kung paano ilagay lahat ng kailangan namin. Yun lang po.
Okay, thank you, Miss Jane. So, Sino pa po ang gustong sumagot? Sino pa po ang may idea? How about Miss Risa?
Kung makapag-unmute, ayan pala. Sa akin po, sa tools,
eto
based
na.
po sa experience ko, no? Kasi pag kukuha po ng tools yung clients, alam ko depende to sa goals or needs ng clients. Kung ano yung, ano ba yung primary objective niya. Kasi alam ko, minsan kasi ang goal lang naman ng client is brand awareness. May mga tools kasi minsan, pero mayroong client na gusto rin naman ng all-in-one like Accio. Like na sinabi ni Coach kanina, nandun yung mga platforms na binanggit niya, Salesforce, ano pa ba yung iba ayun doon. Tulad ng Active Campaign, merong client kasi na ang gusto niya robust automation. Alam ko, Active Campaign yun. Then kung gusto niya ng all-in-one, Accio yun. Kaya masasabi kong depende sa needs ng client yung tools na kung ano yung gusto niyang gamitin. Kasi yung mga clients na hindi nila alam yung kung ano ba yung mga platforms na gusto nilang gamitin. Kaya minsan sinasuggest ko sa kanila, ano ba yung goals mo? Kaya dapat importante na malaman natin kung ano talaga yung goals ng client. Tama ba yung sagot ko?
Alright.
Yan po.
Alright. Okay.
Yeah.
Back to Coach Ran.
Nag-raise si...
Alright, thanks. Ayun, ito pa si Rene, nag-raise ng hand.
Yan.
Alam, sa amin, yung halimbawa, gusto mong i-track yung sales, tapos makikita mo kung na-deliver na yung product na order niya, pwede mo rin siyang matrack through mayroon silang ginagamit na platform na yung bang sa Pancake, mayroon silang CRM doon. Tapos mayroong through Bootcake, pwede mo silang ma-follow up kung gusto pa nilang mag-reorder uli na automatic na ibibigay doon. Yun yung parang narinig ko lang.
Yeah.
Yun lang.
Ayun. Yeah, Pancake is another big company din who's offering that CRM functionality, and may mga apps din sila. Tinatawag nila mga bot cakes. So sample of that is like yung messenger automation, and yeah, CRM connected. I think kaya na din nila to do
e-commerce. May buhay level din buwas nila?
Wala. They are separate from Go High Level. They just creating like their own system. But I think
meron
yung
silang meron
Right,
silang tawag doon yung webcake. Parang gumagawa rin ng landing page.
Yeah, so there are a lot of na din. But yeah, you need to know talaga like the ins and out, the pricing, and then the feature, but especially the support that is like one of the important. But I think in terms of support, okay naman kasi they are focused talaga for Filipinos na business owner as well. Ito din yung mga ginagamit ng mga kakilala ko na coaches din. They're starting with this way back 2020 pa. Until now, they're still using that platform. And yeah, they're having positive feedback naman onto that. So it depends na lang as you as a freelancer, business owner, or agency owner, how can you like optimize those tools sa pag-track. At the end of the day, as long as happy yung client, yun naman yung goal natin. Like, we can like satisfy them with our service. Yeah. All right.
Okay. Is there any questions pa po?
Coach, ano ba yun? Pwedeng magsabay-sabay yung objectives na at the same time, just pag nagka-campaign ka, pwedeng magkakasabay yung self-awareness, tapos lead gen, o anong magandang strategy doon?
I think hindi siya doable if isabay. You can do both naman. Like, for example, you already established a Facebook page, but sa Instagram page mo is wala pang content, no? So you can start doing lead gen on Facebook page and brand awareness ka ulit dun sa Instagram. And yeah, it depends talaga. But the very straightforward onto that is like having it first with brand awareness muna. Then once people are aware na, nandito pala si Rene. Nandito pala yung business niya sa Quezon. So yeah, you can start like offering na onto that, like giving free stuff and then in exchange with their email and name. And I think Riza has additional.
Thank you, Coach.
Coach, hindi ko alam kung tama po yung tanong ko. Pag tanong po halimbawa ng client kung may time frame ba na makikita yung metrics or analytics ng panel agad, ano po ang tamang sagot doon?
May time frame ba yung
Halimbawa, nag-run siya ngayon ng panels. Gaano katagal or ilang linggo, ilang
okay.
araw ba?
Alright, para it will be very effective.
Makikita niya agad yung resulta, parang gano'n.
Okay, so I think you cannot answer that if you don't have any experience with SEO and then like conversion, but it will be talaga answered with your experience. So I think with Google SEO kasi, if isa yun sa option niya, it will going to crawl sa website as a search engines mga 2 to 3 months pa before you can feel the effectiveness. Unlike with Facebook ads na even 1 week, as long as you know how to optimize Facebook ads, you can like take advantage on that talaga. So if gusto niya, pero medyo expensive talaga if gawin niya. So you can ask like, how much is your preferred budget for this? If we run this one on to the short time period, so that will be like more expensive. But if it's okay to have it like, if you don't have like any budget, so we can start running Google ads, but it will take time. It will going to take 2 to 3 months before it finally reaches to the search engines or something like that. That is safe to answer. So it depends on their like their aggressiveness and their budget as well.
All right. Is there anyone who want to ask question pa po? May mga magtatanong pa po? Okay. I think we're good. We're good for now. So, thank you for those who participate in the question and answer. And then I think we're gonna change the quiz that I said before a while ago. I think instead of making a summary from the previous webinar, I think we're going to make a summary for the webinar today. And then please submit it to Sir JR.
Yan.
Bali, pinost niya na po rito yung email niya kanina, and for those na mananalo po is will receive the 150 pesos. Okay po? So, I hope it's clear po. And then, so, thank you everyone. It was a pleasure being with you all today. We have come to the end of the webinar. I would like to thank you everyone who made this webinar possible. Remember, the learning doesn't end here. Continue your journey by exploring our community at Accio/panel community, and stay tuned for the upcoming webinars and events. Actually, we will be having we will be having the webinar every Friday. Kung matatapos nyo po or aabangan nyo po yung series ng webinar nito every Friday, I assure you na pagtapos po ng series nito, marunong na kayo, magaling na kayo sa panel. Yun po. And then, also don't forget to follow our social media accounts, the Premium Funnel, facebook.com, and then /Premium Funnels, and then Tamarind Boost Pro, facebook.com, Tamarind Boost Pro. Yun po. Then, please, may I ask a favor for the members here to please share our community and let them join to our community. Yun lang po. See you again on...
Yeah, let's have a test, picture taking test before we leave, or we can post it to social media.
Yes, okay.
Ayun.
Okay, open your camera, guys. Let's have a ano po,
Hala.
picture. Guys, open po ng camera.
Don't be shy.
Sana rin. Huwag po kayo maiya.
One.
Zero.
Ready na lahat? Ready na. 1, 2, 3. Smile, guys. Yun, nag-take in a screenshot na. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Thank you po.
See you again.
Thank you po.
Okay po.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Coach.
Ah.